and she's with me right now. How's it going?
Hi, it's Phoebe.
Hey, how's it going?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm good. Good. Thank you so much for being on the show.
Oh no, thank you so much for having me. I've been just waiting to hit the phone number, just waiting. Just want to be on time. I like to be somewhat on time.
You're good. You're good. I've been having issues with Skype recently. Like when somebody calls me, I click the answer button and then it ends the call.
Oh.
So it's a little sketchy. Uh, it's not you. It's technology. So
Oh no,
yeah.
I completely understand. I have an iPhone and I still don't know how to work it.
Oh, them iPhones could be real tricky. I have a Samsung Galaxy S7. Like I just started using smartphones like
Mhm.
over 2 years ago, so I'm like 2 years behind out of everybody else. Like everybody in my family has a smartphone, but me. Like I'm probably one of those people that's like, what kind of this is so and so? You should be on a smartphone right now. Get with the times.
Uh,
I'm like,
you know,
yeah, it's
don't even feel bad because I didn't even own a TV until a year ago, and yet I still rarely watch it.
I feel you. We on the same boat. People understand us. They don't understand. Like we try to be as all we want to do is just pick up the phone and just call, like run into
Yeah,
the extra stuff. Um, but
you,
you know,
it's taking me longer to send a text message because now emojis got thrown into it,
yeah.
and I like the one with like the clapping, and then the other one with the chick with the hand. Like, what are you doing? Movement.
I got the text down. I just haven't gotten the emojis done, patted down just yet. I do the smiley face. That's about a sad face. That's about it. I'm not as
Yeah.
advanced as far as the emojis as of yet. Um, but let's get into this. What made you decide to be a wrestler?
I'm sure every person probably said they grew up watching it. Well, I I started watching ECW when I was 8 years old, and this is just before the Monday Night Wars. I didn't even know WCW or WWF then even existed because as a child I would have a hard time going to sleep, and I'd wake up in the middle of the night while my uncle was watching ECW in the living room. And then it just became routine that I would watch it every week with him. And then it progressed into the Monday Night Wars. I always had an interest in it. I've always followed it. And now since there's more promotions around the world popping up, I've been even more invested in it. And I didn't want to have any regrets. I'm 25 now, and I don't want to be 35 like, oh, I totally could have done that 10, 12 years ago if I just at least tried it.
Well,
And yeah, and I started training. I went to a local show here in Tulsa, Oklahoma. It was it's called Compound Pro Wrestling, and I went to the live show about 5 shows in a row, like every Saturday, just soaking it all in, trying to understand what stories were going on, the characters. And then I slowly spoke to the ring announcer, then got introduced to the promoter, and then I came that following week and started training.
so were there any wrestler or wrestlers in particular that inspired you, that influenced you, that made you wanted to become a wrestler?
The one wrestler that really got me hooked onto it like I'm not afraid to do any sort of match or speculation to be Sabu. Because I first started watching ECW, and that he is just a nut. He's crazy. He'll do anything, and then I would just be invested, like, oh, is he alive or is he dead? And I would catch myself, as a young girl with my uncle, and late at night in the living room watching ECW, just making sure that Sabu was okay, and then he would do something even more extreme than the week before that. And I guess just him having that no fear attitude and always picking back up, even when you're like bloody, broken, beaten up, like you're still going forward. And he's part of the main reason why I want to be a wrestler. And I did a triple threat ladder match this past August with Skylar Slice and Callista at Compound Wrestling for the first ever women's title. And it was a lot of fun. I definitely channeled my inner Sabu, and it was a good match. It was definitely fun. It hurt. It hurt a lot afterwards, but it was definitely fun. I would definitely do one again.
Wow, that's Sabu.
Was that the answer that you're looking for?
I mean, I've heard all types of answers, but Sabu's the first one. Like, one thing about Sabu is that he know no boundaries. This guy was willing to do everything and anything, no regrets. I'm gonna give it my all. I'm gonna feel it in the morning, but I'm gonna do it anyway, just for the people, just for the audience. And I guess as a young fan, watching him, I'm like, I hope he doesn't kill himself. He's a nice fellow, and I get it. Like, he want to be this fearless dude, but you're human, human, and we all have our limits, and it's like, but I give respect to him because he was willing to go there to to entertain the crowd, and have their ways of entertaining the crowd. Sabu being part of ECW and being one of the top names of ECW, that was the way of entertaining the crowd. And I'm not saying everybody should just let's everybody just go off through two. But you mentioned triple threat ladder match, which is kind of a interesting segue, because there was a ladder match just a couple of nights ago, first ever woman's Money in the Bank ladder match. Carmella did win, regardless of a certain male touched the briefcase first and handed.
Yeah, but now they're having a rematch next week.
Yeah. So.
Which I'm glad. I liked the story being told, but I'm glad that they're going to do a redo. I wish I would have a redo, but then I look back on my match like, nah, like I definitely gave it on that match.
I feel you. Ladder match is one of those risk type of matches. Like, the ladder can be used as a weapon.
Yeah.
If you don't get to the championship, or in their case a briefcase quick, you're gonna be falling down very, very hard. I think fans clearly overreacted, with the that it's a script to it. Like, I mean, come on, like, and the first person to receive, that person has to actually be in the match. So I could see Daniel Bryan making the decision that he did. Like, maybe if Carmella would have touched it before Ellsworth, we probably would not have had this discussion, and it would not have been a quote-unquote rematch or redo or do-over, whatever people want to call it. And this is interesting stuff, because we don't have to wait till next year for Money in the Bank ladder match.
No.
We're gonna get it. And we're gonna get it on.
Get like 4 days.
We're gonna get it. We're gonna get it on national television for the first time ever. No pay-per-view on this one. You can watch it like for free. You don't have to pay extra or anything like that. It's
all live, so anything can happen.
Yes,
I'm definitely looking forward to it.
And if Carmella wants to prove that she's the rightful winner, go get the job done, this time without Ellsworth, who's barred from one side. So, I guess if I have to make a pick who I think I want to see win, maybe it's an easy easy one, but I'm gonna lean towards Charlotte. Like
Yeah.
I want to see her get that fifth title reign. She's she's definitely on a whole nother level right now. She add more prestige to the women's division, and I can see her, you know, after the feud she had with Sasha last year. It's all about new challenges. And
Oh, absolutely.
she had her battles with Becky in the past. She had her battles with Natalia in the past. The last match they had, I think it was on the Tuesday before Money in the Bank, was outstanding. And Charlotte, I'm rooting for the Queen.
Rooting for the Queen.
Rooting for the Queen. Um,
That's such a tough decision because they're all really, really good performers. So I'm gonna have to. If I were to pick someone to win, it would have to be. I mean, Charlotte. Like, she does have. I don't know. Something tells me you're right. We should just root for Charlotte. She's gonna win.
I mean,
I'd really like Natalia to reach up there and grab that briefcase too. Let the Queen take
the Queen of Hearts, the
Queen of Hearts,
the Queen of Kittens. Natalia, she's pretty much the veteran of the division at this point. She's been, I think, more active than Tamina. She's been the WWE for a decade, but you rarely see much of her. You see Natalia. She's a former champion once upon a time.
Yeah.
And, it would be a feel-good story given that. And I watched Total Divas. I watched how she felt when other women are getting opportunities instead of her. I will never forget the first episode of Total Divas when she sat there and those that you're not going to be in this WrestleMania match, but the Bella Twins are, who just got back from the WWE, and they get a match. Of course, that match got happening because Undertaker match went a bit too long. But Natalia, behind the scenes, she's been through a lot. Training woman, and then the woman get her spot. Like, I don't blame her feeling the way she felt. So, Natalia, I mean, you can't go wrong with her.
No, never with Natalia. She's great. She's great.
She's been loyal to the company even when they haven't been loyal to her. And I guess maybe the whole heart make it look like she's getting opportunities or whatever. Clearly, that's not the case.
Not the case with Charlotte.
No. So
But Charlotte, they're all just, it's. I do like seeing other people progress and achieve their goals and do what they say that they're going to do, and it's great. I mean, it kind of gives me hope to achieve my goals that I have as well.
So one more WWE question for you. Mae Young Classic, the women's tournament, less than a month away. Names already been put out there. What's your thoughts?
Yeah, I just saw that probably about 10 minutes ago. 5 new names have been announced.
Yeah, one of them stands out is Alpha Female from international star. Tessa Blanchard is on there. People may recognize the last name, Tully Blanchard, Four Horsemen. Yeah. The woman I got my eyes on is for my neck of the woods, Sarah Logan. She's already signed to NXT. People may know her as Crazy Mary Dobson. She's known for her hardcore death matches.
Yeah. I've seen her matches. I like her work a lot.
I've seen her, and I've interviewed her in the past. So for that particular reason, I'm happy that she's on there. And to see what she can do, so as of right now, unless I see some other names that interest me, I'm rooting for Sarah Logan to win the whole thing. So we'll see. Now for you, what do you consider the highlight of your wrestling career for the one moment that stands out that you are proud of the most?
Oh man. You know, I always go back to that triple threat ladder match because there's just I remember being backstage afterwards and just all the adrenaline wearing off, and then not being able to sit down because I took a spine buster on the ladder and I felt a sharp pain, and it wasn't just because of that. It was because we had some fans out there and they didn't pick or choose each one of us. They were just so happy because these fans have been following us, and more importantly, Skylar Slice and Krista for a year. All last year, we're all just wrestling each other, at this small promotion. And then on the anniversary show, mind you, this was my 16th match of my career. So I was fairly green, but I knew what I needed to do, and I got to where I needed to go in the moment to keep up with these other two girls. And it was fun to share that with them. All day, we were there all day, days before we moved the room to the gymnasium, helping getting the chairs and setting them down, and then we all three of us just shared that day, all of our nerves. We were scared, we were shaking, we're oh gosh, why did we agree to do this? And we were preparing ourselves in the gym and training in the ring for this match, and it was fun. It match itself was probably about 20 to 25 minutes long. I know Skylar Slice has it on her YouTube channel. The finish. We were all involved in our own stories, and we had our own characters, and I would definitely do that match all over again with those two.
Definitely a moment to be proud of, to be a part of a match like that, and for the promoters to give you ladies that chance, that opportunity to showcase your skills like that. It feels like people are more open to women wrestling more than ever before. It's not just with the pros, it's with the indies. There's a lot of indie companies like a Shimmer or Shine Wrestling, WSU, that's been going on for many years now, and they continue to evolve.
I'm excited to see where it's all going to go.
And women wrestling is something to be respected. There are women out there that can be just as good as the guys, if not. People will even consider Charlotte better than most of the guys in that main roster. She is just that gifted. Genetically superior. That's just not some nickname.
So athletic, yeah.
That's not just some nickname that's thrown at her. Oh, she's just that superior as an athlete. Give the woman her props. And Natalia, Naomi, Becky Lynch, Asuka, Ember Moon. It's a great time to be a woman wrestling fan all over the world. So I look forward to see the woman wrestling scene has more to offer in the coming years, because it just keeps getting better and better, and I want to see it continue to grow for many years to come. What are some of your upcoming matches, upcoming shows you want to promote?
Upcoming shows. Upcoming matches. I'm trying to think which one. I know next month, July 29th, a Friday in Oklahoma City, Mid-South Wrestling Alliance, I am taking on Callista. She is their women's champion. I'm challenging her for her belt. And I know here recently, September 17th, I take on Lainey Luck for the first time in Princeton, Illinois for Wrestle Wars 3. So that'll be a lot of fun. I follow her on social media. So it's really cool to follow these people they've never met before, and then later on it's oh great, let's let's go make a memory together. So I'm really looking forward to that. And Sabotage Wrestling, October 13th, or Friday, October 13th. They're coming back to Austin, Texas, and me and us Okie people are going to invade Texas once again, and I'm really looking forward to that as well.
Well, definitely.
We had like a little, we on social media back in May when we went down there, we just kept hashtag OK, or I did at least, OK versus Texas, Oklahoma invasion, down with Texas. It was fun because, Oklahoma versus Texas, that's just been a thing ever since, like, my mom and her mom and her mom. So it was just funny. I get kind of like a local. It's just a southern thing, I suppose. That's down here.
Definitely something to keep an eye on. To check out for sure. For people that wants to get in touch with you, social media wise, whether it's Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, etc., where can people contact you via social media?
I have a Facebook. You can send me a friend request. I'll definitely confirm you, but everything's basically public. But Phoebe SF Treat. I post a lot of pictures, and my Instagram. It's PSFT_1Love. I do hula hooping, and I like to make the animals and hats, so I post my hula hoop videos on Instagram. And, of course, my random thoughts on Twitter about peanut butter and jelly and vegetarian advice if anyone needs any. That's Phoebe SFT_.
Well, it was great chatting with you. I want to thank you for being on the show. This was a lot of fun. You definitely are a sweetheart. You have a very bright future on your hands. And keep doing you. Thank you for being on the show this evening.
Oh, thank you so much for having me. I really do appreciate it. And thank you for the conversation.
Great chatting with you. You have a good night. Have a great weekend.
You as well. Thank you so much.
All right, bye-bye.